Good evening and welcome back to Valkyrie Flight. I'm your host, Dungeon Master, and teller of crazy things. Because, frankly, that's what a Dungeon Master's job is to do. So let's just give a quick recap, and then we'll get into our story for this evening. After still heading to Delphi, the crew of the Valkyrie had some things they needed to wrap up, well, regarding Pallas's family. Some situations and, some situations that, basically entail Savan and Dr. Kalani in the midst of Ponfar. So we're just about to get to that, and then there was a system-wide alert. The night crew had discovered a temporal anomaly, and everyone blames Ted. But before we get into that storyline, there was something little that we needed to wrap up. Our communications/operations manager has got a check to do to see if he has identified some mysterious communication that may or may not have occurred last session. So, would you be able to get Lustos to do a it'll be in Insight Engineering or Science? I'll let you choose. Check. It'll be a difficulty 3 check. Supported by computers security by the Valkyrie. You can use a threat for an extra dice if you want to.
Okay, I will use a threat for an extra dice, and my computer security focus will come into play here.
Yes, that will come into play.
Alright.
Okay, can someone do a computer security roll for the Valkyrie?
I think maybe the GM ought to do this one.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's just asking us to roll against ourselves.
Fair enough. So here I'm pulling out the Valkyrie, computers, which is a 9, and security, which is a 4. Only one roll. Yes, let's do it. And that is a success. So, so this is a couple of days ago since since where we're up to right now. But the day after, the captain gets a message from everyone's favorite Section 31 agent, Keegan, or maybe not so much favorite. You managed to detect. Oh, hang on. Not only was there a more surreptitious, secretive communication, but there was an automated detection of it, and removal of it. There's some computer system active within the Valkyrie's mainframe that detects and deals with anomalies regarding communications that you were not previously aware of.
Oh, well, that's good for, that's good to know now.
So, Shara will be able to take the knowledge of that system into account when he does next communications. In the meantime, let's jump back to the present, and people are starting to appear on the bridge. Lasan, you're the first one, but Commander Rogeson and everyone except Safan and Dr. Jar. I mean, Dr. Jar isn't usually coming to the bridge in these circumstances, but Safan's absence is notably vacant.
Alright, we'll deal with that in a minute. Commander Lazan?
What seems to be the problem?
Looks like we have another temporal anomaly on our hands. Should be fun stuff.
Alright, so give me Lasan, give me an insight science.
Hold on. First thing we need to figure out is which of the 3 Ds is it? Disruption, dilation, or displacement?
Well, Lasan, give me a insight science.
All right, I will.
With difficulty 2 with science, with sensor science from the Valkyrie.
Second anomaly in under a year. That's interesting.
What are we, the Enterprise?
Yeah, what the hell?
I don't think any of my focuses would apply.
Unless you've got something specifically temporally related. I don't think.
Do we have momentum?
You actually should have 4 momentum because scene change.
All right, can I take an extra momentum or an extra dice with momentum?
Yeah, go for it.
It is a difficulty 2 check. So someone roll for the Valkyrie as well.
That would sensor science.
Sensor science.
Holy shit, you succeed on a 17?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's almost
12
as
and 5, 12 and 5, baby. It's what I do.
if you're judging our science officer.
Police officer's better at science than the captain.
I mean, good, yeah, that's just...
Alright, so the first thing you know, you go through the logs of the Valkyrie that have been picking up from the sensor scans, and it appears to be a temporal portal. Something has formed that can transport between, basically a wormhole between time periods. It is small, but as you read, as you look at the scans and read, you realize that it was much bigger when it first came into existence. It was much bigger and has actually contracted. You're not really familiar with temporal mechanics, but this does seem an oddity to you, that it would slowly shrink.
Okay. Can I tell if there's, with my free question, can I tell if there's any way to determine if it was artificially made or if it was like a spontaneous event?
Sorry, go.
I was just gonna make a witty comment. Are we gonna see Q show up and to make us stick our hand in goo?
No!
From what you can tell, it is artificial, though we're basically in deep space, open space. There is absolutely nothing nearby. No nebula, no rock, no satellite, nothing where this could be projected from.
I have an
Captain.
additional question possible to ask.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, this will be a
can you tell
momentum
how-
spend.
Can we tell how big this thing was previously?
Okay, so it is big enough to have fit the Valkyrie through initially. And as you look at that, you actually also determine that it's right in the Valkyrie's path. If you had just kept going, you could have actually gone through this temporal anomaly. without meaning to have.
So everyone keep an eye out for Charlize Theron.
Jesus.
Captain, it seems to be a artificially manifested wormhole, chronometric wormhole. It seems to be collapsing.
And it's right in our path.
It's reducing in size, but it doesn't show any signs of actual instability, though. It's very
Okay.
stable. It's just smaller than it was.
Okay.
And this thing's right in our path, huh?
It would seem so.
So then is it an anomaly or is it like a worm?
We could gather further data with a probe.
I'm not a fan of putting any sort of technology into a different time period, especially if you don't understand what's on the other side of that time period.
So give me a Ted can give me an insight science with temporal mechanics.
Alrighty. Also, as a side note, let's take the ship the yellow alert, and somebody find out where the hell Safan is.
Okay,
I'm going to give you a threat for bold.
and this will be a difficulty 2 check.
Okay.
And everyone else on the bridge is like, I'm not looking for Stefan, he kicks.
He does have the strongest roundhouse kick on the ship. Snap.
Okay. So you get 2 momentum from that. There isn't a lot of difference in the temporal signature, but it does go into the future.
How far?
You're not sure months.
Months? Son of a bitch. God damn it, I still have to never do this. Alright, first thing we need to do is check for any sort of warp signatures that may be around this anomaly. Secondly, take us to red alert.
Is there something you know about this that you're not telling us?
The anomaly appears to the exit point appears to be in the future, but only to a certain point, months. Not years, decades, whatever.
And that's suspicious?
It's crossing into our own timelines. So yeah, I would say that's suspicious. Also, you know who said he might be targeting us in the near future.
Now I want to target him with a photon torpedo.
We might get the chance. Still, I want to know everything I can before we start throwing things over to the other side. The more we interact with that other timeline, the more we're going to cement the splinter.
Maybe the smart thing to do would be to just leave then.
Possibly, but I don't want to leave a. You said that this wormhole wasn't even close to collapsing, right?
It is a stable
Diminishing.
wormhole.
Yeah.
It is
It's
much
diminishing
smaller
in
than
size.
it was, but it's like you could definitely put a probe, maybe a small shuttle through it, but that's about the limit of what you could.
Okay. All right. So let's on. It's we established it's artificial. It's diminishing in size, but it's not collapsing. Based on projections, is there any chance of it closing on its own?
The rate of slowing the size reduction is coming to a halt. So it's slowly cementing a size.
Potentially, but unlikely.
Then we're gonna have to figure out a way to collapse it ourselves, and that means we have to stay here until it's done. God, okay. The DTI didn't hit me off already. Alright, so we can't push anything back. That means we're probably gonna have to... Well, one of the best ways to close any sort of temporal anomaly is oftentimes with explosives.
Well, it's a good
That
thing this ship
seems-
is armed with tons of them.
Mm-hmm. But let's figure out what we can do first before we start throwing quantum torpedoes at this thing. And again, where the hell is Safan? We're red freaking alert.
Computer. Commander Safan.
Lieutenant Commander Safan is in his quarters.
He's always the first one here when we have red alert.
Maybe he's sick?
Bridge the Dr. Jar. Dr. Jar, respond.
Computer, locate Dr. Jar.
Dr. Shah is in Safan's quarters. I mean, it
I'm not
wouldn't.
touching this one.
What the hell are they doing?
So let's use this opportunity to change scenes a bit.
Oh no!
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Do hand gestures.
So
Faithful silhouettes.
yeah, the last right now, just give a brief overview of what happened since the how we ended it last week. What? Yeah, I mean, it's yeah. What can you say?
We can see that Safan very clearly suffering from blood fever, and in no uncertain terms, he made that abundantly clear to Kalani.
All right, so I'm going to assume that right now both are indisposed, and
Probably
there
pretty
is-
deep in a mind meld.
I
I mean, with Kalani's consent.
Give it.
yeah. So right now you're getting no. So yeah, so it is very. All right, let's just skip that and return back to the bridge. You getting absolutely no no response from either the doctor or Safan right now.
So, Captain, when a man and a woman really love each other,
I swear to God. Wait, hold up. Has Safan been acting kind of weird lately?
Give me an insight command.
Okay. Can I use anthropology as a focus?
I will allow that.
Let's find out.
I mean, after Spock nearly killed his captain, I would think that the whole thing kind of became.
Yeah, for every
Somewhat
captain
more
Starfleet has Vulcan
As-
crew members.
as I recall, it's still like the Vulcans didn't turn over enough medical implications. Just like, this is a thing that happens. Don't let them die. Because the doctor
Yeah,
kept complaining
yeah,
about it
'cause
on Voyager.
as a Voyager, like, Starfleet still doesn't really know much about it.
All right, so
Vulcans are assholes.
It's
so
true.
They're a bunch
I've-
of prudes.
I've got a question for you, Don. How well
Yeah.
would Safan be hiding it?
Honestly, he probably wasn't showing, like, overtly showing symptoms until he trashed his quarters. But he would have been slightly more irritable, slightly quicker to anger. It's something that, if Ted were really perceptive, he probably could have picked up on. I would say probably a difficulty 3 or 4 check.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that maybe a little bit more irritable, but you don't really like it's not anything that it would have been anything that would have raised eyebrows or made any note of.
Raised eyebrows.
Yeah, well,
That's funny.
Isn't
yeah.
that what he's doing right now?
Looking back at it, you could see, well, he was a bit more irritable, but shrug.
But y'all might have blamed that on him just expressing himself more because he's a quarter Romulan.
And let's face it, the situation with the Romulan side of his family hasn't necessarily been all that stable right now.
And it didn't help that, 6 hours ago, we were literally in the shuttle bay trying to shoot down one of our own shuttlecrafts.
I turned to Loren. Do you know what's going on over here?
If Loren wants to do a roll, he can do an inside medicine. I'll give him a focus.
Let me. I've got cultural studies, psychiatry, and behavioral analysis.
Yeah, basically all three of those would apply. So.
All right. I will take. What's the difficulty for this?
The difficulty is, I'm gonna say, because you're a psychological professional, I'm gonna make it 3 instead of the 4.
All right, and you said insight medicine?
Insight medicine.
All right, I will take a momentum for cautious, just in case.
Yep. Okay. 3. You got the 3. So you have put the medical symptoms together.
Lucky you.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Well, what's interesting?
Based on everything we know that's been happening, I would suggest to say he's going through. Is it called Ponfar out of character?
Yes.
Is that the name we have?
Yeah.
I would believe.
Yeah,
he's
the blood
going
fever
through...
itself is Ponfar. I think.
Yeah.
See.
I would believe he's going through Ponfar.
Perhaps the combat. Bridge to sickbay? Like anyone in sickbay?
Yeah, sickbay here. It's one of the Zhao's lower ranked doctors.
Doctor, I'm going to need you to prepare treatment for 2 individuals in about, let's say, about 6 hours for symptoms of extreme fatigue and possible chafing. Depending how things go.
There is a brief pause, and
I'm not kidding, Doctor.
Well,
you just hear Taka yell into the comments, "Not for us! Not for us!"
Very well. The doctor seems a bit confused. It doesn't really know why he's doing it, but he's
one of the possible patients is going to be Vulcan.
We just hear sick the other guy go,
oh. and then the line cuts and he goes around his work.
I think we should maybe bring up Commander Holt to serve as fill-in tactical.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Bridge to Commander Holt.
Hold here, sir.
Commander Safon is otherwise indisposed at the moment. Could I ask you to fill in his space at tactical?
Of course, I'm on my way.
Thank you. Bridge out. Really? Ponfar? Nobody told me?
They don't tell people.
They really don't tell people.
Look, I had a Vulcan roommate at the academy, okay? I know how it goes.
Did he ever... You know.
Hassan, how goes that sensor data?
Loren just gets like the biggest grin on his face and goes back to reading the datapad in his hand.
Loren did not leave the bridge, by the way. Loren was like, oh, they're in the same room? I'm not.
Because
I'm
Lasanne's
glad-
the one adult in the room who actually put it together.
Yup. Makes sense.
Well, Lasan is also like in their heads a bit. So.
Yeah, so just for the sake,
Jesus
the
Christ.
sun, you've been picking up some weird emotions. You haven't really know what they've been, but now they start to make a whole lot of
I
sense.
think Lasan knows what's going on.
Kidding Lasanne,
I'm just
kidding
imagining
Lasanne
this-
is known for months.
Yeah.
Like, and has been like, when will these two fuckers get a room?
Yeah, and now Lasanne's is like, I'm imagining their antenna every so often just goes straight up. And then,
Push it back down with the finger.
But sorry, since
Yeah, just give
have
me a
I
full
learned
sweep.
anything more?
Nothing, no warp signatures, nothing like that.
Give me another reason science roll. Say difficulty 2.
Chronotons, tachyons, anything. Anything abnormal in
Alright,
addition to the big temporal portal.
Would my molecular analysis apply?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, cool. And I'm gonna spend a momentum if that's.
You are very welcome to do so. Someone roll sensor science for the ship.
How about Don?
Okay. Let's see. Page down to the Valkyrie, sensor science. Oh, it's already on there, so.
Oh!
Y'all asked me to roll it, sorry.
Okay, so this is.
What's that right? What's that right?
yeah.
Okay, so you've got the difficulty, you got your momentum back. As you scan, you're detecting absolutely nothing. There is no signs of any ship, no signs of any unusual readings, no signs of absolutely anything. Except the portal suddenly expands. And out of it fly 3 ships.
Already at red alert, so.
What class of ships?
Yeah.
Iconian surprise. No.
Don't you bring that into
Fra-
our house.
Literally can't. They can't time travel.
I'm gonna spend another 4 thread on this.
Oh Christ!
So,
Season finale, people.
so can I get Alvarado to do a insight con roll for ship knowledge?
What kind of
ship
con
idea?
roll?
Insight or reason, whatever's better.
That's the ship identification roll.
Yeah, they're the same thing. Let's see. He has helm operations, jury rigging, and evasive actions. I'm assuming he doesn't have a focus.
No.
Okay. Ooh, I might have to give him another focus at this point. Let's see. What's the difficulty?
I'm gonna say 2 for this one.
Okay. I'm gonna grab it. He's gonna grab a die. Ooh, he does have precision maneuvering. Nice.
Okay, so he doesn't know anything about the capabilities of the ship, but there's strong purple accents, and he's pretty sure they're Dominion.
Oh shit!
Captain! Son of a bitch. Evasive maneuvers!
So let's jump to. I'll have to do that and then do that because of.
We jumped to Starfleet Academy.
So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a good image for the thing, but
It's a big energy thingy. It's fine.
you are currently at medium range. So hang on, I'll put that in. And I need to change layers to make these things visible.
That's always fun.
There's 3 of them!
Oh god, beetles.
Hey, at
Could've
least
been
it's not
worse.
one of the
Could've been
cruisers.
Alright, so we're officially now in combat, and with the disadvantage, these guys get to go first.
Well, real trial by fire now. I'm assuming the sirens are just blaring at this point.
Yeah, so, I mean, you're already at red alert, so red alert's gonna happen.
Red alert intensifies.
Yeah. The first one is going to take another threat to get an extra die.
Oh boy.
Alright, I'm looking up the stats for them now.
It's okay, we're built for this.
Time for
Okay, so
That
that's 3, plus I gotta roll for the actual ship as well.
Oh, fuck.
We're built for this.
We're built for this, but,
Well, I know, combat's pretty lethal.
well, that, and I'm looking at them, and their polar arm beams have piercing too.
No one's built for this.
Okay,
Jesus Christ.
so that is 5 successes. They're at medium range, so the polarons aren't at extended range, so that is another 3 threat. So, alright, so let's do damage.
It's not.
This is the first time we're ever actually going to get hit in the campaign. That could have been worse.
Okay, so that I'm going to spend one of the threat to roll the other 2 dice.
No, you're
Hang
not.
on, that
It's gonna
can't
get
be
worse.
right. That should be
I mean, they are small. ships.
7. That should be 7.
Why is it? Yeah.
I
Yeah,
tested
well-
this before, but it's apparently not going now. So I'll just roll another 2 challenge dice and add that to the roll. And that didn't roll either.
Try it again.
What the hell's going on?
Oh, roll 20.
Yeah,
Please,
just
Kate.
There we go. Okay.
Ah,
So that so I'm going to spend a threat to re-roll 4 dice now.
Yeah, how many rerolls do you get?
So
no,
I mean,
he was missing 2 die from the previous one.
Oh, okay.
so re-rolling all the missed ones, and I have to do that again because I didn't update the thing. Never mind.
Ah,
Just get the first 2, whatever those are. So 1. Okay, so that's a total of 2 extra damage for a damage of 6.
piercing 2, so I think we only take, what, 1 hit?
So
Well,
So,
minus our
here's-
shields.
So,
And
Yeah. Our resistance is 7.
which means it's down to 5.
Yeah.
So it's 2. It's 2, but okay. So what part of the reason I used the threat to begin with is that this is the first time Starfleet has ever encountered Dominion vessels and their phased polaron beams. So the phased polaron.
no.
Yup.
No,
that
the
happened
Odyssey
years ago.
encountered them.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
the Odyssey faced him in the Gamma Quadrant.
That was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Go.
At this point, Starfleet actually has shields that work against them. That's
Okay.
different.
Okay. Well, even with so I'm gonna take some threat back since I wasn't. I wanted this to be the first. Okay.
It's alright.
You're not going to win against people who are rewatching DS9 right now.
Okay.
Like all of us.
So, because it's piercing 2 and 2 effect, that reduces the resistance by 4, so you now have a resistance of 3. And 6 damage, so there's 3 damage through to the Valkyrie shields. No
Right.
breaches.
All right, we'll take the hit. We do some actual goddamn shaking.
And now it's the Valkyrie's turn.
That's just
So,
rattling off orders immediately.
So it's
Go ahead.
Gem hit, Gem Hadar 1 went.
Okay. Hold. Fire.
The captain's rattling off orders. Evasive maneuvers. Prepare to launch Fenrir Squadron. Return fire! And whoever wants to go
Alright.
next can go.
She's gonna take a momentum. Provided you want her to shoot back.
Do you want me to do scan for weakness first?
They're such small ships, it almost doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Okay.
are we able to target multiple ships at once?
You're at medium range if you use the phasers. They're all in
I'm
considered close range.
thinking we're a freaking torpedo boat.
So, okay. So I have the stats pulled up from the book. They have only 3 resistance, but they have 11 shields, and they have advanced transporters, meaning they could beam boarding parties onto us with our shields up.
That's nice. Don't give them ideas.
Oh Christ!
Yeah,
That's
so
why I'm like, blow them up.
okay, so mechanically, can we target multiple ships with our torpedoes?
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe the
Spread attack,
rapid
right?
rapid torpedo launchers allow you to do that.
How many
Yeah.
ships can we target?
I think it depends on the. I'll need to read up on them.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
grouped.
They're in close range. They're grouped.
So
I believe it depends on the amount of effects, but I'm not sure.
No, hang on. It is dependent on effects. Let me pull up what spread does.
Because if that's the case, let's fuck them up.
Yeah. Spread. It's fantastic that it's not actually put in here. Fantastic.
Okay, so it's two momentum for spread, which allows them to attack multiple ships per an additional threat ship per effect in close range.
Hey, did our counter disappear? The momentum counter?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
back.
you can pull it back up.
Thank you. Alright, so it would cost 2 momentum in order to target every ship?
Yes.
Let's do it. It's gonna stand up, throw out his arm dramatically, and going... Quantum torpedoes, full spread, target every vessel. Fire!
Okay, so first you're getting that's 3 threat to fire, rapid fire.
And I would actually, No, I'm not gonna use my direct task yet. I'm gonna save that.
Okay, so can I get Hulk to do a control security check?
Okay, I'm gonna
Followed by a
try
weapon
momentum, if
secure.
That's okay.
Yep.
Say it again?
I'm taking a momentum.
Oh, yeah, take all the momentum.
And I'll roll for the ship.
And I have a focus in combat maneuvers. Would that count here?
I'm gonna say no for this one.
Okay.
If you want to grab an extra die, go for it.
She did.
I mean, like an extra die, but... So that's 3.
So that's 3. That is what's needed to hit with
Yep.
with torpedoes. So roll damage.
Cool. Can someone roll that for me? I don't have it up.
Yep, I got it.
Don't forget to add one.
We need to add one.
Yeah.
Why did it do that?
Just take the 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, do you want to spend momentum to roll those 2? Because I think we probably should.
So
Just in case.
so if you're doing spread, you're down to 1 right now. You only have 1 momentum to play with if you want to do spread.
Which we did do. We did declare we were doing it.
We did, yeah.
Which you
We
can
can sit on it, but Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so you're now down to 0 momentum. Someone re-roll 2 challenge dice.
Let me see if it'll actually do 2 challenge dice. There.
Okay. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11 damage.
12, 13. Remember, they were supposed to add one more to that first total, so we're taking the 2 from this.
Okay. Oh yes,
Yeah.
sorry. Sorry, 6, 8. So it's 12. Sorry.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, it's 12.
Okay.
No, 13, because remember that one reroll.
Okay.
Oh yes. So 13 damage, and all 3 hit.
This
And our
is
high-
volley of torpedoes just shoot out of the Valkyrie.
And I like to point out that our high yield means we're causing, what, 2 extra breaches?
So
Two
you,
breaches each.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it's just 2 breaches each because you haven't reduced the damage, the shields down to 0. They're
Still,
all at
that's
1
2 breach-
shields.
But that's still 2 breaches per ship.
Yeah.
Still 2 breaches. Let's roll. I do not
bet they were-
have.
What are they? It's D20s, right?
Should be in the GM screen.
So engines and sensors.
Yeah, it's in the
Okay,
GM screen.
there we go. So sensors are down on 2 and 3. Engines are down on 1.
Now that second breach.
Yeah.
What I was saying, they're all to the sensors, is like 2 breaches to the same system.
Oh. So, okay. Which disables them on those ships because of their scale.
Yes,
Yeah,
so
one can't
that's
move, two
that's
can't
what I
see.
said. They don't have engines. The other ship
Sorry,
can't.
I'm trying to track here, and
Yeah, no, we're just summarizing.
Yeah, so it is now.
I mean, that's us, so.
That's them. I'm just trying to figure out what they will do.
Well, they can't see us. They can't move.
Well, one of them still can fire at us.
Okay, so but that one, that's the one that's already gone. That's already fired.
Can you still
Bummer.
make an attack if your sensors are down? Is it just like a
Yeah,
increased difficulty?
It is like a increased by 2 difficulty. So
Well, they
can
are
still
Jem'Hadar,
attack.
theoretically.
Yeah, they're gonna attack anyway. So I'm gonna give them an extra 2 dice. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That is just enough.
Ah, damn it.
Wait, no. Okay, they have to. They don't have a focus, so that 2 is just 1. So let's see how the ship goes. So
it didn't hit then.
so they may
possible.
still hit. This is the ship's roll, and they do hit.
Damn.
Okay, so let's try this one more time. So that's why, because I got it set on torpedo for some reason. Let's try this again. That's much better.
Whew. 6.
And
7.
another threat to re-roll those 4 dice.
I think Baz is trying to kill us.
you think?
You just described every GM in existence.
But now he's getting extra vicious about it.
To be fair, we did kind of escape the Borg unscathed. We've earned it.
There's nothing. That's not how fairness works.
Um.
You're right, it's not. That's the point.
Okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Let's re-roll 4 dice and see how that goes. Oh, yeah.
I don't like that.
Good God.
Yikes.
Piercing 6, motherfucker.
Alright,
Holy
so
shit.
that is 7 plus 6, 13. 12 damage to the Valkyrie.
Reduced by 1 only. That's
Yeah,
a
Yeah,
lot.
that's why I said
left.
12.
I have one
fucking
shield
shot.
left.
Oh my fucking god.
So let's roll the system and see what is here.
Camera guide order of heroism. Once per mission, when the character ship would have suffered one or more breaches, they may either
to the bridge now.
they may either spend 2 momentum immediate or suffer complication to ignore one of those breaches.
Okay, so what complication are you going to suffer? If you want to do that, I can do another complication.
I mean, the breach could be pretty lethal right now.
Breach sucks Safan out into space, and now we don't have a tactical officer.
Jesus Christ.
All
The
right.
complication could actually be something happening to Safan and Jar.
Why would you put that evil on them?
Okay.
Because of
They
They had the sex puns for the first half. They get to suffer now.
Okay, so Stefan. Roll control command for me.
Alrighty.
This is a
See if they're
complication
actual
playing
fuck out of
out.
it.
I gotta think of the ship first.
What's my difficulty?
I'm gonna say 2. And this is
Alright.
just you, not
Does my
Uh,
observation focus apply here?
no. This is all about being able to control yourself mentally while in.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, you're going to suffer some psychic damage as backlash from the sudden break of your mind meld.
Hey, thanks everybody. Appreciate it.
So for this, I'll do 5.
Safan's gonna go beat the crap out of some Jem'Hadar with his erection.
Okay, 8 damage
I think
to...
the ones are zeros, but that's still 6. Jesus.
So, let me just... I can't determine the actual rolls, but I'm pretty sure the one that's right. So, Safan, you take 8 damage, and as the ship rocks violently and you are thrown from Kalani up against the wall, you slump, and the sudden break of the mind meld just forces you to lose consciousness. You can give a threat to remain awake if you want to.
Nope.
It's just a.
Can Kalani try to revive him?
Yes. This is a non-combat action. I will allow
Kalani
you to.
wakes up, the alarms are going off, the ship's shaking, people are screaming.
So yes, you definitely hear and know just from the. You don't even have to look for it. The ship is in red alert. But right now your focus is on the man in front of you. So give me a this will be a control medicine check.
Okay.
I believe it's first aid is definitely... Oh, sorry, it should be daring medicine, sorry. Definitely 1. Okay. You've managed to stabilize Safan's medical state, psychic state. It's going to take a bit, another round, I'm going to say, for him to fully come to cognizance, but he's gonna be fine.
Oh, does Dr. Jar hail the bridge at any point?
Yes. Dr. Shard to bridge.
Dr. Shore, what the hell's going on?
I've had a medical situation.
Yeah, we have a Dominion situation up here.
Dominion.
I'll fill you in later. Do what you can as soon as you can. Report to sickbay. We're probably going to take some casualties. Bridge out.
Something. She was going to tell him what happened to Savan, but she's just like.
All right, so it is now the Valkyrie's turn. What is the Valkyrie going to do?
We need shields.
I am fucking on that shit. That is my job.
We have one shield, singular.
Okay, so
Shield.
It's flickering. All right.
We are at 20% battery life.
Yeah. So this is my thing. I don't have a shields focus, unfortunately.
We're gonna need one.
Yeah.
But
Good thing
don't
we've got.
don't we have a blade of armor?
We
do.
do.
that's the Cassini.
No,
We have a bit of lead armor to Valkyrie. All it does is add resistance.
Yeah, this isn't the Cassini though, where we can deploy armor. This is the Valkyrie, where that doesn't exist yet.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I know it's control engineering. I am going to give you 3 points of threat for 2 extra die.
Okay.
I think I succeed.
Yeah, I think it's one. It's so one. I think I don't know if it's 2 or 3 points of shield. I need to look that up.
Conflict. That should be under engineering sheet.
It's like
Got
where
too
the
many sheets.
Helm and nav conflict.
It's internals. Hang on. Regeneration shields, control engineering difficulty 1, assisted by the ship's structure engineering.
Okay, someone do structure engineering.
Oh, regenerate shields. There we are.
Mm-hmm.
Journey.
Yeah, success
someone
means
who's not me roll for the ship.
Journey.
It's just not our night.
Okay, so a success means I regain 2 shields plus 2 per momentum, which I'm immediately spending that momentum for 2 extra shields.
So that you're
Best I
now
can
up to
do.
5 shields.
Yeah, this is fine. This is fine.
3, 4, 5. There we go.
Okay, the third Jem'Hadar vessel is going to fire. I'm going to give him another. I'm going to spend.
You don't have to.
I mean, I'm going to spend all six threat for this.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ!
And this is why you don't give the GM threat when he's spending it like water.
We don't have any momentum.
Okay, so that
Oh my
is
god. We're done.
4
4 successes,
plus the actual ship.
which is what he needed to hit.
Maybe he'll get a 20.
Okay, so that is only 4. So that hits. So let's do another.
Oh, right, because they're firing
Only
blind.
4.
Right?
He's freaking Jem'Hadar. 5. Well, we take a breach. 2 breaches because our shields go down to 0.
No. So I'm gonna re-roll 3.
Yep. Cool.
You don't have to.
No, we brought this on ourselves with all of the fights that we had with no damage. This is our own.
This is our hubris coming back to haunt us.
This is our Icarus moment.
Okay.
So our Icarus moment is we flew too close to the temporal anomaly. Thanks, Ted.
Yep.
2, 4. This isn't my fault. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9.
10.
Anything timeline related is your fault.
So that's a total of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
So that's 3 breaches.
We have a scale of 5. We can theoretically survive this.
So-
It's not 1 breach per every 5. It's just 1 breach for 5 or more.
Yeah. So, but you do get 2 breaches
Yeah, we drop
in
shields.
total. Drop shields. So I'm going to roll those for you. 1 to computers and 1 to sensors.
Great. Great. I need those.
All right,
What's
so those are
damage?
damaged. I got 'em.
Never mind. I'm not gonna.
It's only a minor action to get the sensors back up.
I say
Yeah.
fuck it. We should run.
What are you guys going to do?
Okay, I've been waiting for my turn. I have a plan.
Okay, let's hear it.
Can we somehow, and I'm willing to fucking roll whatever the fuck for this, can we somehow, as we're fleeing,
Oh, we're not fleeing.
as we're fleeing, get some sort of torpedo or something to make the wormhole suck them back in?
I don't know if we have time to test that.
We don't have
We
enough
have
information on the. Yeah, we don't have enough information on the anomaly.
But we do have
Okay,
foreshadowing.
cool.
Ted said that sometimes quantum torpedoes can close these things.
Yeah, close. It doesn't mean that the Gem Hadars are going to stop attacking us.
I'm not
Okay,
hearing
I
anyone
don't-
with a better idea.
Shoot her back!
Question. Can
The
I
glitter
just
bombs.
shoot them? Oh, glitter bombs. That's true.
We blind those fuckers. We run, get back up, tell them there's 3 Gem Hadar ships loosed in.
We can't leave them alone with the anomaly. They have to be destroyed now.
So we
Well,
throw
then
Ted out the airlock and he'll.
Yeah, I
Wait,
could just
don't
declare
we
that
have
he's
to-
mentally
wait.
unsound.
Wait, question. Is this the same ship that we have Peregrine fighters on?
We
Yes.
do.
But it takes a turn for us to launch them.
Okay, well, that's still a thing we can do. We can fucking announce that that's a thing that we should.
If we can
Ah,
launch, I'm not against it, but I mean, the next ship that's probably going to attack us is the one that can attack us.
No, this
Can
is the
I-
third ship.
Yeah, this is the last
I-
ship for this round.
Can I try and do a pew pew? I can try and fight.
Yeah, sure. Let's
So
let the blind
okay, so
Victorian fight.
if you want
Wait,
to
wait,
do,
wait. What's your weapons? What's
What do
your
you mean?
security?
3?
It's not bad, but because you're not at a security station, you will have to take an extra difficulty.
yeah, it'll be a difficulty 3 task, but it can be done.
And we have no momentum.
Okay.
Ted hasn't used his direct task yet.
That's what I was going to plan to do, is just direct.
I mean, if we're gonna fire again, that's the way we should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another round of
Okay.
torpedoes.
Oh, we can't do a full spread because we have no momentum.
Yeah, that's true.
I can always do a rally command.
Do a phaser fire spread.
Well, I can do a rally. Inspires and coordinates the crew, attempting a presence command task with difficulty 0 to generate momentum. And do we have anyone else who can act on this turn?
I
You
can act.
I could try that.
I mean, the only thing that I can have Loren do is he can try and give somebody advantage until the end of the mission.
so
Can you
this
also do any security related stuff? Or not security, I mean engineering. You can send out repair teams.
I mean, he hasn't. Can I send out repairing people?
I'm gonna say you can assist with organization that if you want to. It
Right,
would
so do we wanna
depend
try
on Zaka, but you could do that.
But
Alright, do
Zaka's
we wanna-
worried about the shields.
Okay, do we want to try to rally and then fire, or do we want to direct?
Let's do a
Do
direct.
direct.
Okay. Commander Hope, there's still Dominion in my space. Get rid of them.
Aye, sir.
And I am going to assist.
What's the difficulty now? Because we don't have fucking sensors.
So
Oh no,
it's,
they're damaged. They're not disabled.
it's difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3. Okay.
Can I use presence command to assist? Or do I do
So,
security?
Holt is going to
It's presence
burn
command.
Burn a determination with the value fortune favors the bold.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay, I will accept that.
All right.
And then get command presence, so I finally get to use that again.
Presence command, command
Ooh,
presence. So that's 5.
Yeah.
6.
And the ship.
And the ship.
Which I am rolling right now. Weapons security.
Yep.
And that means we can spank that momentum thing. Right?
7!
So
Okay.
The 4 momentum.
4 momentum. Okay, roll damage.
and we did declare that we're targeting multiple vessels, right?
Yes.
We can only do that with momentum. We didn't have momentum at the time.
And for some reason, someone removed the number from our phaser arrays. How much is it supposed to be for us?
It should be 0 with phaser arrays, because that's just normal energy.
Okay.
Oh, yes!
Okay, so which one are you targeting?
Do it.
The one with engines.
Yeah, the one who can shoot at us clearly.
Okay, so what are you going to use with your versatile 2 power?
Can we generate momentum with it?
No, you can't. At one phaser array, you get to choose spread or area. I can't.
Spread only targets the same ship, right? Or does
Spread. Yeah, so you get to choose multiple hits on one ship, or you can spread that out as a default of phaser arrays. So you get to do that without any momentum spent.
I'd
I mean,
spread it
area
out.
would, area would let us target multiple ships, right?
Yeah.
Because,
And we
because
can spend momentum to do more damage.
Mm-hmm. But
or at least to
Let's-
reroll.
yeah, but we only missed 2. I think we should just not.
So you get 2 free momentum to add to that. What are you going to do with it?
One piercing, one save, one for the reroll.
I would
Pretty
say penetration and secondary target.
Yeah, I agree
Ooh,
with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the secondary target one?
Second target within reach of the attacker's target is also affected by the attack and suffers half the attack's damage, rounding down.
Is that a melee thing, or is that a ground combat thing, or a space thing?
Oh, okay, it is a ground combat thing. Damn it. Okay.
Just
Let's
the
see.
word reach made me really
Yeah, you're right
suspect
about
it
that.
was.
All right, I still say penetration. Oh, and swift task.
Oh, nice.
Swift task is 2.
Yeah, we have like 4 to 6.
He's talking about the 2 that we
Oh,
did
okay.
for versatile.
Yeah.
Okay, so so you're spending 1 momentum total. Is that
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. One momentum. Yeah, one permanent momentum, I should say.
okay? That's
Full
okay.
momentum? I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so who is so that's someone else gets to do an attack because Holt's done her 2 attacks, her 2 actions. That's the maximum someone can do.
No, it says the character may attempt 1 additional task.
Yeah, but
So
if someone's
gets the
done 2
priority.
tasks, they can't have a third. He's
Oh,
right.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Does
Yeah.
Masaka want to do shield? Can he do shields?
I will allow someone else to do another action, but it will take the
I will
swift
regen
task.
shields.
Okay, so it's now a difficulty 2 task, but you can do it.
You got determination. Now's the time.
Protect the ones you care about with your life, and then I'm taking an extra dive with momentum.
Okay, so that is so I need to roll
In the ship.
systems twice.
What's the ship rolling?
Structure engineering?
Structure
Yeah.
engineering sounds right.
What's the scale on those beetles? Damn.
3.
3. Okay, so number 1 explodes.
Let's see. That's
The surprisingly thing, as as you see it explode, things start to slow down and stop.
Son of a bitch.
What?
What? Are we still ambulatory?
You're still moving around the ship. You're like sort of just confused. The Jupiter bug ships aren't moving. The portal appears locked in time, as if the normal flow and ebb of energies is just frozen.
Lasan?
Are they making any sort of movements at all?
No, it's no movement. From everything you're reading, everything is completely and utterly frozen, except the Valkyrie and you guys aren't.
Send out repair and medical teams. I want a full damage report and casualty report in 15 minutes.
Yes, sir.
So, Ted, Amzaka, as you turn, you see someone unfamiliar on the bridge, just standing there in the red Starfleet uniform. Tisk, Captain. Meddling in time again?
You motherfucker!
Who the hell? Oh, crap.
So give me an insight command.
Do I have to? I'm pretty sure I would have been briefed on this.
Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, it's Q.
Shit.
Should I activate the self-destruct, sir?
Nobody make any sudden movements.
Well, you don't have to worry about Safan making any sudden moves. Hey!
I actually have a question about that.
Yeah, can we drop back over to that room for a second?
Was it just the fawn that took damage?
Yeah, just the farm. I wasn't gonna make it a two-person thing.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. Can we see what's happening in that room?
All right, so the round as come around and Safan is coming to conscious. He's a bit groggy, and the room is empty. You last remember Kalani, but there's red alert. There's lights, and sounds. You're really familiar with red alert.
I'm really familiar with Red
Yeah.
Alert. Yes, I am. I tap my comm badge. Safan to bridge.
Bridge here.
You hear during the conversation, Hugo, "Oh, you might as well invite everyone up."
Safan, if you're able, could you please come to the bridge?
On my way, Captain.
Double tap. Dr. Jar.
Does Safan remember his pants, though?
Does
Yeah,
it matter?
no,
It's
it's
the
fine.
24th century. We're past such modesty.
And he is also in his quarters, so if he needed pants.
Bridge to Dr. Jar.
Dr. Shaw here.
First things first, how's the casualties report looking?
Still working on it, Captain.
The crew's been given a bloody nose, so to speak. There hasn't been anything particular major, but there are, let's say, around 20 injuries, mostly fairly benign, but things could have been
bruises and broken bones, but other than that, looks like we got off pretty easy.
Sounds like they can spare you then. I'm going to need you to head up the bridge as soon as you can.
Of course.
Bridge out. Oh, I suppose we have you to thank for saving our lives.
Well, perhaps.
Look, I have to ask, is this the first time we're meeting?
Time, it's an interesting concept, don't you think?
Oh, don't talk to me about time. Alright, now, ceases technical difficulties.
Okay, so, minor problem. My computer just randomly shut down while we're in the middle of recording. So, it's going to be a bit of a readjustment period. But right now, I'll try and pick up from where we were. Isn't just time traveling so much fun? One day you're there and suddenly, ooh, future Jem'Hadar just come in and try to blow you up.
Yeah, it must be great getting to treat, sentient civilizations as playthings. Like, don't you have like a bald human to go bother or something?
Oh, well, that's exactly why I'm here. Picard was, well, exploring in his own weird little way, and so are you, Captain. You just, in a different manner. And I thought since, well, I gave Picard the test, I might as well give you a test as well.
I'm afraid you're going to find all the answers are purple.
What do you mean by test?
Well, this little situation here, are you really ready for what's coming up, Captain? The Dominion War is on your doorstep.
That's not for certain.
Is your head so far in the sand that you don't know what is right in front of your nose, Captain?
Maybe I'm just
he just sort of flicks your nose a bit as you do it.
I think he's attempting to make a point in the sense that we were not ready for the Borg before their invasion, and we're not ready now.
I'm just gonna flick my nose. I need to do a composure roll. Hang on.
And just not like the snap flick.
Yeah, difficulty 1. Okay.
Am I getting somewhere with that, Mr. Q?
Oh, just Q's fine, but at least someone here is smart. So, how do you think you went? Just 3 of the Dominion's smallest, tiniest ships, and the big, mean old Valkyrie.
We had them on the ropes. We would have taken them out.
We should have run.
We couldn't have run in this situation.
That hubris of yours is going to get this ship killed.
It's not hubris. That is a clear temporal anomaly. Leaving it alone with the Dominion was incredibly dangerous.
Q's just leaning against one of the wall consoles. Just somehow a bucket of popcorn appears in hand. Is just.
I bring Q a cupcake.
Where did that from?
I smacked the cupcake out of Zorko's hand. Get out of here, cupcakes.
Oh,
You
you
don't get cupcakes on
Federation!
the ship.
This is quite an entertaining little spat we have going on here. Don't you agree?
I get what you're getting from a tactical perspective, but the fact of the matter is we have been irresponsible to leave that anomaly in the Dominion's hands.
With all due respect, the anomaly was already in the Dominion's hands.
Thank you, Stefan.
Or it will be in the Dominion's hands.
Not to mention, Captain, not every temporal anomaly is your responsibility. You are no longer part of the Department of Temporal Investigation.
And they weren't here. We were. We had to act.
I lean over to Claudia and go, the sedative.
The fact of the matter is, I'm captain and I made the decision.
Maybe you aren't fit to make that decision right now.
Well, then you can either get with the program or get off my bridge.
And you can lower your voice, or else I will put you in your quarters.
I pull out a
try
phaser.
that?
Time out. I pull out a phaser from the weapons locker on the bridge and fire it into the ceiling.
What the hell?
Oh, we're going this far anyways. Knock it off. You're embarrassing us in front of the omnipotent being.
Oh, Mzaki, you really are the party pooper.
And Holt's just like, he has a point.
Ted settles down a little bit.
My pilots bicker like that. Let's just say they don't.
I hand the hand phaser over to Holt. They start up again. Shoot them.
Oh, I left the bridge as soon as he told me to get off.
Is someone going to go after your little Andorian / Enar friend there?
Yes, me. I go after LaFon.
Ta-da! He just sort of waves goodbye to you.
I make sure the last thing Ted sees before the turbolift doors close is me just giving him the stink eye.
Savon, nice to have you on the bridge. Don?
If you are quite done with your emotional outburst, Captain.
I'm going to let that go this time. And Ted just gives him, like, the fiercest look he's given Savon.
Who just returns it with that Vulcan laser glare.
Hey, if you want to go glare to glare combat, let's go. Regardless, I believe Q mentioned something about a test.
Yeah, well, considering the future that you have before you, I thought perhaps it was fitting to see what your past held.
What?
And he sort of snaps his fingers. And you're still in the ship of the Valkyrie, the bridge crew. But things just are like duller. And there's actually like a whole lot of gaggle of other people around with these strange, with objects and contraptions you're not really familiar with. There's about...
Did Q bring the little people onto the ship?
No, these are all adult humans. And this is sort of what it looks about like. Hang on. I need to find my thing here to... There we go.
Wait, what?
Oh, crap, we ended up on the set of the next generation.
Give me an inside command check, Ted, with a focus.
Can I assist him on this? Or am I there? Is it just him?
Everyone on the bridge is there right now. So you can assist.
Are we the players there as well?
God, I hope not.
Boy, that would be a whole new level of meta.
I'd have to put on some pants. No, thank you.
I mean, not on our account.
Do I have a focus? I assume I have a focus, yes.
Yeah, you said you did.
Yes.
Okay.
One. So I'm going to say with two, it's from the look of it, it's late 90s Earth tech, but that's definitely camera. That's definitely a audio recording device. You appear to be on a set.
Question: is it like the set of the Next Generation, or is it like the Next Generation but done on like a 3-camera sitcom style? It is
basically a full set, rooms as if the Valkyrie was. I mean, it's done the same style as CNG in that the whole room was constructed and the cameras are bound to the walls, bound within the space. I mean, it's the bridge of the Valkyrie, but as if it was a TNG-esque TV show.
Oh, guy went from standard definition to high definition, and you can tell that everything is fiberglass.
Yeah.
And even worse, we suddenly realized we're in the novel red shirts.
So all of the displays are just static displays. That it's like there's overlays and light just coming out of them. You can tell that this is some kind of weird facsimile of the Valkyrie.
I look up and I see stage lighting.
Yep.
What the hell is this?
Captain, we appear to be in a shoddily constructed facsimile of the Valkyrie Bridge.
Okay, so Q, which was standing there, is actually now dressed in a completely different manner. As more of a, I don't really know how to describe it, but more of a jeans and just general shirt. And he sort of yells out, cut! Let's give it a break for now. Guys, you have to keep it in character. He says, like, raising it, like doing a Picard facepalm. And sort of generally rush ahead. Iris is there, and she heavily sighs. Quentin, we need to have a talk. And she raises her arm, puts her hand in her hair, grabs it and pulls off a wig. There's one of the wig caps. It's like a pantyhose kind of thing, covering her hair. It's still black, but just much shorter, and just fully covered by the wig, and she just storms off.
Fascinating.
All right. I'll talk to you in a moment. Just give me a second with these idiots.
The hell? Flicking this. The hell is this? Some kind of polyester?
Look, I know you're all method, but
Baz?
really, this has gone too far now.
Baz,
Yeah.
I'm actually going to approach the captain and said, Captain, one moment. And I'm gonna like check under the uniform to see like if he's human underneath. Like if he's turned like if the Delphinian has kind of just become makeup.
Oh, fucking.
Well, Jesus, I know you're in Pond 4, but Christ, Pond.
So you
I'm just like checking the collar.
Okay.
give me an insight medicine check.
Okay, what's my difficulty?
Difficulty 1.
Difficulty 1, insight medicine. Infiltration focus or observation?
I'm going to allow observation focus.
Okay.
Infiltration, Jesus Christ.
3 successes.
Okay, so you get 2 momentum, and it is the tail is fake. It is basically glorified foam. You can tell from the texture there's some kind of paint and makeup. There's a whole like range of prosthetics and some kind of bodysuit that is that Ted is in.
And without saying anything, I'm just gonna give the top of my ears a tug. I'm gonna assume that they're gonna peel right off.
Yeah, you start to feel them come loose. A eerie feeling, considering that, well, that's never happened before.
Wait, are we watching this?
That was kind of why I'm doing it.
Yeah, there are a couple of monitoring TV sets around so that you can sort of see how the shot looks, and you can see Stefan tugging at his ear and seeing it start to peel away.
Oh my, Stefan, stop! What are you doing?
Just finish removing the ears. Union break.
What? And I'm assuming when Ted's hand goes to his snout, it probably crumples. He puts his hand away. What?
So at this moment, Mizaka and Lasan walk back in, and I'm holding one of Lasan's antenna, and she's holding one of my head.
And Kalani is starting to notice that her spots are fading around her collar.
Yeah, you notice actually that there's a bit of not leakage, but there's like some of the spots sort of have a corresponding mark on the interior of the clothing as well, as if there's been a bit of transfer.
And they don't go all the way down.
What the hell is going on?
Okay,
Dude, just take a Valium.
question for how I want to play this. Are Misaka, Kalani, and I basically part of the set, or are we in actual characters?
So you can choose where on the set you are in terms of if you're in a corridor or in a certain room, or if you're just standing off by an area. But whatever makeup, whatever prosthetics you would be in, if it was a TV show, you're in. Underneath it all, everyone is apparently just human.
What the fuck?
I'm just gonna lean.
Kalani's whipping out a medical tricorder.
It's a prop.
It's a prop.
It's a prop.
Yeah, as you whip it out, I mean, it looks the initial screens, and you start figuring out and trying to change settings and do it, and it's making sounds.
She just hits it on the side,
but nothing is happening. Literally, it's making sounds, and that's it.
Ted walks over to the.
Tricorder isn't working.
There's presumably blank black screens in the back, right?
The view screen is green, but apart from that, everything.
Like for ambiance, there's a couple black screens that show that if they're off, they're not being used.
Yeah,
Something about the reflective surface.
There are screens which are just basically light boxes with overlays on them. There is something on them, but they're basically there, and there is a bit of light coming through, but it's completely not what you would expect from the Valkyrie.
I'm trying to find something with a reflective surface.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say the screens. The screens have enough reflection. I mean, it's more like a in glass kind of thing than anything. More like a faint overlay.
Ted walks over to it, looks at himself in the reflective surface. He's probably already dented his snout by putting his face up to it, putting his hand up to it.
Yeah, if you get that close, you can see it being pressed in not necessarily in an unnatural way, but in not the way that you would expect it to. There is some unnatural elements to it.
Pokes at it, prods it.
It doesn't feel like your skin at all.
And with both hands grabs it and just starts peeling it off. And then just like just the loudest kind of like terrified existential scream. I think I slept with this guy once.
Like the Wilhelm scream, basically.
Louder and more terrified.
I guess Stefan will see, quote unquote, Lasan lean towards Masaka and just kind of like, he's doing it again.
You know, these method actors, they just go all in.
So, but if you want to play it as your actors, I will allow that. I just want to know: is this like you as the actors or you as your characters?
I want to be an actor.
Okay.
I'm gonna have me. Masaka switches between both at various times.
Stefan's going to be Stefan trying to blend in as an actor.
What about Loren?
Loren's gonna actually do the same thing. He's been studying everyone and just like taking it all in, and he's going to be doing the same thing as Stefan.
And Jar?
I think she's thinking it's, or was thinking it was real, trying to blend in.
She's kind of like, she's starting to realize she doesn't have the memories of her other hosts, and she is disquieted and isn't saying much.
Well, man, just wait till the prop of the symbiont comes out.
Oh God.
Well, she can't feel the symbiont. There is nothing there.
Right, I'm saying wait until we actually have the prop show up on the set.
Okay, it's just some weird alternate reality he's created. Just because it's real doesn't mean it's actually real. Okay.
Ren's gonna walk over to the captain and put a hand on his shoulder. You okay?
He's just trying to get in my head. He's an omnipotent god. That doesn't mean I can let him scream with me like this.
That is exactly what Petrushka would think, yes.
You're not helping!
Loren's gonna lean in and, as quietly as possible, we're method actors. Try and not have a mental breakdown right at this exact moment.
Gonna peel off the head cap. I think I'm a brunette.
It looks good.
I've never had hair before. Also, what the fuck?
Can I make a roll? Can I make a roll to like help the captain calm down?
Yes. Let's insight medicine with psychology focus, and the same roll from Kalani.
It'll probably be easier now that he has that thing off his head. Do I have pockets?
No, these are proper uniforms.
These costumes don't really have pockets. They've got belts, but no pockets.
Would my mediation or behavioral analysis come into play here as a focus?
I'm gonna say your psychology. You've got a psychology focus, don't you?
I have psychiatry, behavioral analysis.
Yeah. That'll count. This is professional working psychiatry stuff.
All right. I'm just looking at my talents because one might actually come into play here. Okay. I will go ahead and use positive reinforcement to give him an advantage for the rest of the mission.
Okay. What do you have to do?
I have to roll a presence plus medicine task with a difficulty of 3.
Okay. You've got plenty of momentum, so if you want to take a dice, go for it.
Yeah. I will use caution medicine and take a dice for momentum.
Okay. I need to do the right screen because I've got 2 versions of this thing up. Yes.
And I will re-roll one of those zeros.
Okay, so what's the complication you're creating? What's the advantage you're creating?
The advantage I'm creating is that Ted is not going to freak out. He is going to totally be into the role of being a method actor and not break character.
So is method acting a method actor playing himself?
Yes.
I could Daniel Day-Lewis. That's fine.
So like with Jar and Lorin, you're able to like this is just weird bonkers, but it's Q. So you're able to say this is all just a Q fantasy. To complete this game, I'm going to go along with this fantasy, and fantasy being a fantasy.
Okay, here's the hard question though. Did we recognize what director Q was playing? Because I'm just saying, if he's Quentin Tarantino, I'm fucking out.
Jonathan Frakes. Come on, it's Star Trek.
His
name is Quentin.
Iris did say Quentin.
Oh shit.
Whether or not it's Quentin Tarantino, I'm gonna let he still looks like Hugh. Beyond it, no matter like what name or what label he puts on himself, he just looks like Director Q.
Somebody check the dailies for foot scenes.
Okay, you know what? Fine. If Picard can do it, so can I. Tell them we're a freaking leotard. All right. All right.
Just so you're aware, once cut was called, most of the crew and everyone is just sort of put into stasis and is just sort of milling about, waiting to get more instructions from the director, who is currently off discussing things with not Iris.
Ted takes a step, turns around, and falls flat on his face because he's not used to walking without the balancing of a tail.
Or with the balancing of a foam tail, because he hasn't taken the tail off.
Yeah.
Tail. So the tail is far lighter than what you remember. So you just sort of, you just sort of, yeah.
Shit! Ow! Ow! Oh!
Ren will offer a hand to help him up.
Oh, God, how do you people do this?
So actor Mazaka walks over and hey, don't worry too much about it, Theodore.
Theodore, Jesus
Christ. Okay, I'm up. Okay, this is just a make-believe fantasy. Okay, this is we're actors, right? What do the actors do? Actors have scripts. I'll look around to see if there's something I can find that has, something that seems like a script.
You see not Lasan sitting in a chair, thumbing through a script and eating a sandwich.
And since this is 90s era Star Trek, there is literally handwritten notes in it from Rick Berman saying no gays.
Hey, snaps his fingers trying to remember who's Lasan's name in this universe.
Alyssa.
Right, Alyssa. Hey, can I borrow that for a second?
Just hand it over.
Thank you. Flip. Da, 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 da. All right, tempo anomaly. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Saffron and Jar getting it on. Yeah. Wait, really? Mind meld? You guys all you have some mind meld? Turns around. Looks.
Didn't even get to take her clothes off.
Da, 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 da. All right.
You would like that so much, wouldn't you?
No, I got out of the porn business for a reason. It's exploitative.
Is it a script? Okay.
Oh, such a hero.
Da, 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 da. All right. Q shows up, and the rest of this is blank.
Just like the writers not to fill it in. Are they on strike again?
Again?
I wouldn't be surprised if they were.
Oh, I guess we knew this was a temporary gig anyway.
Ted's gonna walk over to the director.
So
Hey,
he's currently in his office, still talking to still talking with
Talking to.
not Iris. It is talking. Actually, it's not talking. It's shouting. You both see clearly they're sort of like yelling at each other. Not Iris is particularly not having a good time apparently. Give me a insight, command or security. Up to you.
Command it is. No focus. Let's take a look. 2.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a momentum for that. And you clearly hear that she is not happy about being second fiddle. Like, she was there from the beginning. She is the audience, like, the character mainstay. She is just laying into how she's not getting enough screen time. All the lines are being stolen. She is not able to do anything.
This is too real. Don't make me feel worse for Iris.
Awkward. Knock, knock, knock. Hey, Winton, can I get a minute of your time?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
So Iris just sort of just angrily yells, "Sure, you've got everything else. Why not have him as well?" And she just storms out.
I have to mention at this point that Ted's probably speaking in a strong Australian accent because he's probably an Australian actor.
Alyssa has a Jersey accent.
oh my god.
Wait, I think get a moment of time here.
Kelly has like a valley girl accent.
Dane has a very obvious Southern accent.
Zach, obviously,
You know,
British actor. I was in the theater. I used to. Avon. Now look at me.
I just wanted to talk to you about, some things in the script. That'd be worth discussing, if you don't mind.
Sure, come in. You know the writers always making things up at the last moment. Come in.
Yeah, sure. Closes the door. Turns around. Pins him against the wall with an arm. What the hell is going on?
You see a smile. I thought you needed a little bit of perspective there, Captain. And he, air quotes Captain this time.
So what the hell is this then?
What does it look like?
It looks like I'm in some sort of weird, screwed up, pre-21st century entertainment program.
And for the moment, that's exactly what it is.
Why?
Oh, that's a fun, isn't it? Always getting into places where you don't feel comfortable. Changing things up where you don't know whether up is down, left is right, or if you are what you think you are.
So you turned me into a brunette?
You look like one.
Ugh. Pushes up against him and steps back. God damn it! Fine. What hoops do I have to jump through to get you off my back? Whatever.
Well, right now, usually we'd probably film for another hour or so, but we've got some interviews. Some of the entertainment magazines and websites and bloggers, apparently.
This is the 90s. This is the 90s, Bass. We had
Yeah,
entertainment
they had
tonight.
bloggers in the 90s.
And
I know.
Star Trek had a very active online community in the 90s.
Oh, Star Trek did, but we're actors, so we go on Entertainment Tonight and not Carson Daly. God, who was it? Conan O'Brien.
This
so
is Jay
they
Leno.
Yeah, but except for Trek actors, and Trek actors didn't really get that.
We go
Yeah,
to FTLV.
they actually had like online stuff for their forums and everything.
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, there was literally like
You
Q&A they did every season.
Wow, I'm surprised. Okay, fine. I mean, I'm
See-
looking at my schedule. You have me up for something called Saturday Night Live? What the hell's that?
Hey, at least
Well-
they didn't put you on Mad TV.
Well, actually, these are just basically spots where TV
excuse
and
me.
magazines are. I'll be with you right in a moment. I'm just.
The bra I am wearing, it is incredibly padded and uncomfortable.
Well, that's what you'll have to raise with costuming, my dear. Thank you for interrupting me right now. And he just sort of walks over and slams the door on Kelly.
I mean, it's still better treatment than Jadzia Dax's actor, Scott.
So this really is
Oh.
Earth. This really is Earth in the pre-21st century.
We just got to have Rick Berman come on here and say, no. Do that skit from SG1's Wormhole Stream. No. They don't become weightless. See, now they just become.
Okay, can we have him on and then can you run him over with a car?
Right?
This costume itches.
You think Force is bad? Do you know how hot it gets in fur?
You know,
It's
fine.
a lie.
Fine, whatever. Screw it. I will do whatever it takes just to get my crew back to where they're supposed to be. Get you out of my life.
Right now,
Well,
are you actually?
I think that the method acting is going to your head.
Shut up! Sorry, I will talk to you later and apologize.
Rude.
You want to go to Starbucks?
Yes, I need a pumpkin spice latte. Like, whoa.
Okay.
I'll make sure to call you when the interviews are ready.
Call me on what? This thing is plastic. And I point towards my communicator.
Your
God, is he gonna get one of the old school Nokias?
Can I actually make a roll to see if because I have temporal mechanics in anthropology, would I know what they use as communicators at this point in time?
give me a reason science with focus. Difficulty, I'm going to say 2.
Okay.
No,
Nope.
you don't know.
Oh, jeez.
If it were Delphi, you might.
I mean, there are a lot of different communications devices in this time period, and you're sort of getting exactly confused what you're actually looking for.
Fine, just okay. All right,
phone.
fine. It's like what, an iPhone 20, just something like that. You know, one of the ones that are holographic.
No. Fine. Look, I'll take you to your trailer, and there you can find your phone. All right? Is that good enough for you?
Fine, whatever. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
Okay, so he leads Quentin, quote unquote, leads you out of the set, and takes you to an area just near it where these caravans are, these pretty short caravans, trailers, where there's a name plastered on there. Your name is Theodore, and there's Kelly, and there's all these other names which you've just recently heard.
Theodore Dash is the stage name.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining it's Theodore Van Tross.
Oh my god.
Van Tross.
Oh
yeah, I get that.
Like as you're walking to your trailer, you see Alyssa like kind of sitting in a beat up fucking like lawn chair outside of her trailer, and she's smoking.
Those things will kill you, hun.
Yeah, I know.
Those things that can also kill everyone else around you, just so you know.
Because apparently I'm a doctor. I don't know. But
All right. So we head to
Okay.
Theodore's trailer.
So they're on one of the counters. It's actually fairly messy on the floor, but the countertops are generally pretty clear, and you see this little electronic device. It's basically a Nokia 3210.
Hell yeah, play Snake, bro.
Ted holds it upside down and then turns it right side up because he knows that the text is wrong. Taps it. The hell is this thing? On. Pulls up to his head. On. Turn on.
When it makes a sound, just press this green button right here.
Okay.
Hold it up to your ear. Hold this part up to your ear, and this towards your mouth.
Turn on.
It's already on.
Okay, no, I'm trying to get the AI inside to do the thing I wanted to do.
This is the 90s, Ted. There is no AI. I thought you might like to remember that, since you are meant to be the temporal expert here.
Look, I didn't go into late 20th, early 21st century Earth.
Well, that was a rather unfortunate decision on your part, then, wasn't it?
Oh God! Like most of my time was spent in the 22nd century.
I have to ask a question because I just think this would be hilarious if it's true. Is there hanging up in his trailer a T-shirt of the Crocodile Hunter?
There is.
No, he's got a Hugh Jackman poster.
Oh,
And the T-shirt that like a fan-made T-shirt fan-made version of the Ted is Great, Join Starfleet T-shirt.
Oh my god!
Because after that episode, the fans made the design.
Yes, there is totally one of those approved by the first Delphinian in Starfleet T-shirts.
Also, Theodore's claim to fame is that he was an extra in Muriel's wedding.
Oh my
You actually, yes, you have I'm just trying to think. You have a little knick-knack that you stole from the set. That's actually signed by Muriel and Bob Brown. I think that's the
they were
actor's
totally
name.
supposed to cast me in that Britney Spears movie, but they never did. Still salty.
Mazaka is very grateful that he doesn't have to say by Grabthar's hammer, unlike one of his former co-stars.
Ted goes to the cabinet, pulls it out. Oh, at least this version of me drinks tequila.
There's pretty much only one constant in the universe, and that's you drink, Ted.
Yeah, no shit.
But I will leave you be acclimatized to your new settings. I'll give you a call when the interviews are ready.
Yeah, sure. Just flops down on the couch.
Weirdo.
And that is where we're going to leave for tonight's episode. Thank you so much for joining me through this chaotic experience.
anniversary!
Yeah, happy 2 years. You
Happy
crazy
2 years.
It's Brittany, bitch.